Hey guys, DanTheRomanian over here, and this is your favorite Romanian YouTube car enthusiast channel. And today we have something absolutely wonderful. In my opinion, this is the most beautiful estate car you can buy at this time. Probably the Audi RS6 goes after that, but nothing beats this in my opinion. This is the 2023 Porsche Taycan 4, the base model that has probably around 20,000 euros in extras on it. But at the same time it's not even close to being fully spec'd. So this is basically a correct car, in my opinion. So this base Taycan 4, the CrossTurismo, starts at about 104,000 euros, and this one is spec'd somewhere around 120. So as I said earlier, this is a correct vehicle. But just take a look at it, how beautiful this is. So we have the headlights that are, the LEDs of the headlights are in the exact position as on any other Porsche you can imagine. Just the size and the shape is a little bit different. They are not rounded up anymore, they're like an oval look, and I like this vent over here. If you take a closer look just at this area, you can realize that the car is just a little bit sad that you just bought the Taycan 4 and not the 911 or something like that. But still, we have the Carrara white, which is a combination between white and gray. It looks amazing in my opinion. The Porsche logo over here in the front, and right down here below we have on the sides two open vents to cool down the batteries. The Taycan Turbo comes with 680 horsepower, and then there's the Turbo S, that's Tesla level power, and that's 761 horsepower and goes north to 60 in 2.9 seconds. So mind-blowing. Actually, there's a few car journalists that I've seen on YouTube that got sick while driving the Taycan Turbo S. So yeah, imagine that kind of power. Now, this is the key. As you already know, Porsche has keys in the shape of a Porsche. And because this is an EV and it's made on an electric platform from the ground up, we have a frunk. And this frunk is about 80 liters storage capacity. Basically enough space for a nice leather Porsche bag or something like that. We also have here everything you need, an Audi towing hook, and also the triangle and inflator kit so you don't run on a flat for too long, and so on. I like the fact that it's everything has its own storage space. You don't have them all mixed up in the middle. Also, this is the place where you put your windshield fluid, and over there for the cooling system. So yes, that's everything you can do on the Porsche. For anything else, you have to do it in an authorized Porsche service. Now, going on the side, you already know the Taycan has not one but two places to charge this car. So this is the DC outlet, and on the other side we have the AC outlet. So now just imagine you going at a public charging station and you just plug in from two different devices on both sides. Imagine how much you can annoy all of the other people that are trying to charge their cars. Now, going a bit down, so we do have winter tires, and these are the winter wheels. Probably it would have come with 21 inches, but now we have 20-inch alloys that are different sizes like all of the other Porsches around. So this is 245 45 20, and that's 285 40 on 20. So yeah, big wheels. Also, I like the fact that this car can actually do a little bit of off-roading. Okay, not necessarily off-roading, but more like I don't know, rally stage, Dakar, something like that, you know, not too big of an obstacles. So we have all over the car these plastic trims that are very cheap and easy to replace, like unlike anything else on the car. And I actually like how it makes the car two-tone. So we have a blacked out roof, a piano black here on the roof bars, and then we have the nice white grayish color, and then you go back and see again black and gray. So yes, the combination is actually quite nice. They do know how to make designs, and all of these of course come with the off-road design package. Also, like a fun fact I may say, we do have huge brakes on this car, but you can opt for a 10,000 euro carbon ceramic braking system. So it will cost you double. So 20,000 euros to service a 10,000 euros carbon ceramic braking system. I like how they integrated here like US spec blinkers on the side. Also, the door handles, as you can see, it doesn't want to lock. Okay, so they go inside, and whenever you put your hand here, they just pop up, and they just go back inside whenever you start driving. And if you come here from this side, you see why it's, in my opinion, the most beautiful estate car you can buy on today's market. So it's just a regular spoiler, but they do have some piano black aerodynamic ornaments on the side. Another thing that I like a lot is how beautiful the LED strip is from one side to the other of the car. And if you come here closer with the camera, you will see all of the interesting details on the inside. So there's like a beehive style on the inside, and it's spelled Porsche in a 3D font. Okay, going a bit down, you can see that we have a visible trunk button over here. The camera is down here below, so yes, it will get very dirty very fast, but it is what it is. And I do like how aggressive the back lip looks. And yes, if you look underneath the car, everything is just one big shield. So opening this up, the trunk has 460 liters. You have here a pretty decent sized hidden compartment. Another one over here. You have the...
Here's what I found.
Shut up. You have the tiniest net you can find on the market, and how my colleague likes to say, these are fitness bands. In case you get bored while waiting for your lady, you come in the trunk and you make big muscles. Also, a couple of hooks over here for your luggage. And now, oh, one more thing in the trunk. We have a small hidden compartment. This can actually be removed completely by taking this out. And this is basically for your cables and stuff like that, so you can keep them hidden so they don't run around while you drive aggressively in your non-turbo S Porsche. And now let's go back to the interior, but I want to start in the back. So, as you can see, we have a very big panoramic roof. I think this is the biggest panoramic roof I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's simply beautiful. It gives you, I don't know, a big sense of ownership while you stay here in the back. It's literally amazing. And it's also blacked out. It's very dark tinted, so you don't get a tan or something like that. There's nothing that can cover it, so of course they had to make it not too intrusive. Also, here in the back you can see I have a lot of space. I am 183, so that's 6 inches tall, and I have 2 hands above my head and a big hand over here at the knees. The door pockets are probably the smallest ones I've ever seen here in the back, but I do love the fact that all of the good materials that you see in the front have been put here in the back as well. Also, you can buy the Porsche Turismo or any other Taycan for that matter. You can buy it as 4 or a 5-seater. This is the 5-seater, but I do not recommend you to stay here because it's very tiny. The transmission tunnel is very, very intrusive and high up, so it's very uncomfortable for a normal person to stay here in the middle. The seat is very tiny and definitely not as comfortable, and I'm judging that just by looking at it because it is a very, very big difference. So you can see this is all soft and perforated leather, and it's very well integrated in the back seats, and this just pops out. Also, you have this for the seat belt. The seat belt lock is also here and visible, and I don't like that. Other than that, we have a center armrest that comes with a button, so if you just pull, nothing happens. You have to press the button, and I do not like that this is the Volkswagen style to seat the cup holders. So whenever you are staying here, yes, it's okay, decent, but if you have a bottle here, you're gonna keep knocking it up. If you're a bigger person than I am, you will probably sit like this, and this not comfortable at all. So if you want to put cup holders, put them like this, not like this. That's my opinion. Now, go in the front. Oh wait, forgot. Oh, this is not mobile. Okay. Also, here is the third climate control that lets you do whatever you want. You can change the third and the fourth climate control areas. So you can change individual for left and right. Also, heated seats in the back. And you can for sure also buy ventilated seats in the back. I do like this. Also, a very nice touch, the USB-Cs here in the back are hidden. So you might actually buy this car and figure this out, I don't know, after your first wash or something like that, because they're very, very well hidden. But I do enjoy this. Also, these are the weirdest looking headrests in the industry. So as you can see, you have a button here on the side and they manually pop up, I don't know, in your face or not in your face. But yes, they are also very enjoyable, and this is a nice touch because basically it's original. So yeah, I like it. Let's go in the front now. I've shown you in the clip with the Porsche Cayenne what happens if you have soft close, that you can actually break branches or fingers. And luckily this is not the case here because we do not have soft close, but you do have to smash the doors pretty hard in order to close them. And because the noise cancelling in the car is so goddamn well thought of, whenever you want to close the door, you feel like you're slamming it even though you are not. It's very, very aggressive, but I do enjoy that. So the seats are of course beautiful. Everything here is amazingly well thought of, and of course the materials are just stunning. You cannot get better than this, except on Bentleys, Rolls Royces, or more expensive Porsches. So that's it. Even here in the lower part you have very, very good materials. So yes, beautiful. Also, we do have the Sports Chrono package that comes with the drive mode selector here on the steering wheel. And if you opt for the Sports Chrono package on any other Porsche that is not electric, you also have the Sports Response button here in the middle. The steering wheel, amazing. It's not very thick, it's actually surprisingly slim, but I do not dislike this one bit. Also, the seats, you can choose regular seats, comfort seats, or sport seats. These are the comfort seats, so they don't have the best lateral support, but it's still more than you can find on a lot of cars. I do like the fact that the armrest opens up, not like on a Mercedes car, so you just open it from here. You have the tiniest wireless charging pad you can find that doesn't actually fit any phone. So this is an iPhone 13 Pro, so the regular sized iPhone. and you cannot fit it in the wireless charging pad. Just like this.
But it's not charging.
That is not. Oh, I actually think this is how you should put it. Okay, so my mistake. You can fit any phone you want in the wireless charging pad because you don't put it like this. You put it like this. And it actually has a holder for it. And yes, it charges. That's actually pretty ingenious. Also, you have here a 12-volt socket and 2 USB-Cs. In the middle, you have 2 cup holders that are a bit too big in my opinion. So if you put like a tiny can, it might just wobble and you do not want to get Coke all over your brand new Porsche. And except the Honda E, I don't think I've seen a car with this many screens. So we have, looks like a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 inch dashboard over here. I don't know, it's a very big screen that also has buttons here on the side. So this is where you control your lights, and here you can turn off the ESP, the traction control. This is where you adjust your suspension. This is where you lift your car, and this is a favorites button that I don't know what it has saved on it. And these 2 screens are almost the same functions, only this one has more because that's dedicated for the passenger. Also, here in the middle, we have the climate control setting. So, yes, this is a very high-tech Porsche, but now it's time to see how you drive it. Okay, so let's drive this thing and see how it is. Wait, I think I have to adjust my microphone. Yes, I have to adjust my microphone. I've driven the regular Taycan, the 4S, so not the CrossTurismo and not the base model. And I can say one thing, it just blew my mind. And I'm curious to see if this is any different or not, being a less powerful car. But it's a Porsche, so it cannot be bad whatsoever. I like the fact that here you have the drive select, and this is inspired from the Porsche 918. Also, this is where the drive selector is for the Volkswagen Multivan. So yes, this is what the Volkswagen Multivan, the Taycan and the 918 have in common. Yes, that's a nice laugh. Because it's electric, you are lacking pedals, and I kind of I want pedals. I don't know why, I don't know what you can do with them, but I want them here. I'm used to tapping the steering wheel in the back. So right now we're in normal mode, and the car is not as stiff as you'd expect, but at the same time it's not, I don't know how to say it, it's not the comfiest car you can buy, but it does make you feel pretty goddamn nice. And that's because, first of all, it's very clogged up together, so the car is very well built. You don't hear anything around you, and you have surprisingly much feedback from the road, and because it's an electric vehicle, that's saying something. So basically, from all of the electric vehicles that I've driven, there are only 2 cars that drive not like an electric vehicle but like an actual car, that give you feedback. So that's the BMW i4 and the Porsche Taycan. The steering wheel is surprisingly stiff, and you feel the need to aggress it a bit. You know, you have to input some power into your hands in order for a proper handling. So yes, this is how you corner this thing. It's amazing. It has a lot of power, and right now we have, I wanted to say half a tank, so we have half a battery, and it says we have 220 kilometers of range left. And we did actually test this car pretty aggressive today, so we did not drive like old folk would. Yeah, the range, surprisingly good. Beautiful, I love it. When we come back, I'm gonna test these serpent roads with the Sports Plus drive selected. So if you put the car in Sports Plus, you have spaceship noises. The steering wheel stiffens up even more. You feel the car that it wants to power slide. So of course there's more power put on the back wheels. So there's no understeering, only oversteer, and only if you want it to. Of course, I don't have the traction control off. I have it on because we're on public roads. But at the same time, I don't think that you can easily power slide this car. I think you need a Turbo S for that. Because this one is very well balanced between grip and going over too much fun to drive, if you get what I mean. I do like the spaceship noises though. So while it's downloading satellite data, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. So now we're gonna do a north to 60 and 60 to north test, so we can see the acceleration and the braking time. Keep in mind it has winter tires on. So 3, 2, 1, launch control active. It's not bad. Okay, that's 60, above 60. And now 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is aggressive. Let me tell you the times. North to 60, 4.87. So that's 0.2 of a second faster than what Porsche declares, and 60 to 0, so 100 kilometers to 0, that is 3.15, so a 43 meter distance on winter tires. So that is simply stunning. On winter tires we should have done probably about 40 to 45 meters, and this did it in 32. Don't buy Porsches, they're not safe. Who says that? We have a 360-degree camera system, and now let's go back on the serpent roads and see how you properly drive a Porsche, even though this is an electric one. I hate black interiors. This is not black, this is a dark gray interior. But the thing is that on this car, it actually suits it. So whenever I have the option of choosing between a black interior or any other color interior, I choose the any other color. Because this is a white, grayish white on the outside, I think the dark gray interior suits it actually better. I don't know, whenever you drive this car, you feel like you've made it, you know? This is what this car tells you. That, oh my God, you've actually made it. You've achieved something in life. It's simply stunning. I love it. And I do not like electric vehicles. I do not think electric vehicles are the future. But at the same time, wow. Good job, Porsche. I feel like I'm saying good job, Porsche, with literally every Porsche that I drive. Yes, it does oversteer, but it's an electric vehicle, and it's a predictable oversteer. That's a bit unexpected. Probably if we had summer tires on, I don't know, Michelin Pilot Sport 5s or Pilot Cups or something like that, you wouldn't power slide with this car one bit, but this is not the case here. And I like that when you put it in Sports Plus, everything on the dashboard disappears except the speedometer. Oh, it's amazingly well planted, so you have no issues whatsoever driving this aggressively on serpent roads. It's beautiful. And actually the car that I drove last on this road was the Audi RS6 that I'm gonna start filming in a minute, so you're gonna see my take on the brand new Audi RS6 as well. At some point at 130 kilometers an hour, it gives you like a small boost. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's because of where my foot is on the pedal, or maybe it's just something that the car has been programmed to do. It gives you just a slight boost for half a second, and it's quite an interesting approach. Beautiful. I love it. And keep in mind, this is with the systems on. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, because I certainly did. And I would not mind if you hit the like button and also the subscribe button, because as you can see, this is kind of a new channel, but apparently I make quite decent views. So help me out and hit the like button so I can, I don't know, continue pursuing my dream, because I really do enjoy YouTube, and unfortunately Romanian YouTube pays like shit. So here I am, Dan the Romanian, doing your international car reviews. Whee!